they're used to being on the front line. But last weekend, hundreds of NHS staff took to the streets to protest against the government's plan for compulsory COVID jabs for health workers. Tamara and Jade were at the protest. Both community midwives. They insist they aren't anti-vax, but won't get the vaccine until more research has been done.
With a clinical trial, you would never enforce those things on someone. It's a decision that that person needs to make, and it should be well informed. So for those reasons, I just feel like it's not necessary, that we can't wait.
The data that we have so far, though, shows the vaccines are safe. So why do you worry about putting that in your body?
But they're also showing that they have risk as well.
What would you say to people who say, well, you're putting your patients at risk?
I would say after 18 years of working clinically, I know how not to put my patients at risk. I care about my patients. It's the whole reason I go to work. What we put in our body should be something of free choice, and bodily autonomy is something that we all have a right to.
While the vast majority of NHS staff are now vaccinated, it's thought around 80,000 or 10% of the workforce aren't. But the Royal College of GPs say if unvaccinated employees lose their jobs, it could lead to a staffing crisis.
Some of the staff that we could potentially lose are actually really important to the day-to-day work. You know, things like phlebotomy and that kind of stuff, which is a really high volume of work. If we lose staff members like that, then we're in a lot of trouble, really.
In a statement, the government said health and social care workers look after the most vulnerable people in society who could face serious health consequences if exposed to the virus. Ensuring staff are vaccinated is the right thing to do to protect patients and those in care. But for Tamara and Jade, it means they could lose their jobs.
I've got 3 children to support, bills to pay, and it is a worrying time for me, and that's why it feels like almost a rock and a hard place.
For me, I'll stand strong by what I am doing. I'm not choosing to leave. I am being forced to make a decision against my will.
The government says NHS staff have a duty to make sure they're protected, and compulsory COVID vaccines are necessary to protect public health. Layla Hayes, 5 News.